Okay. Um, Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. You're welcome to the show once again. It's Poverty Fighters with Bernard, and it's been a wonderful time. I'm sure you've been enjoying the other episodes, you've learned from it, you've had an idea, a new idea. You've also learned a way to fight poverty. Also, and I believe that you would have gone through the official website of the Ikeja Chamber of Commerce, which is also holding the Poverty Fighter Squad program. And like I said at the last episode, it's www.ikejachamber.com. You can go to that site and see what the chamber is doing to get more people out of poverty and also to encourage more business engagement across board. Then it's an exciting day today. I must say, I'm feeling refreshed. I'm feeling excited for us today, and for myself and for you too, who is actually viewing this channel. It's a great one to be here once again. I would like to appreciate you, and I hope that you're doing fine. You're doing great. I am doing great. I thank God for life. I thank God for the fact that I'm able to speak to you once again and also shed some more value and some more light as to agribusiness and also more life hacks for you to be able to enjoy your life and enjoy what you intend to do. Like I would always say, it's life is easy, life is beautiful. It's no stress. It's no hustle. It's no hassles or whatsoever the word we choose to use. It's just let's make do of the opportunities we have and prepare for them also, and also wait to explore. Like I said, the more you sharpen your knife, the more ready you are to cut anything down. So that also translates to the more value you give yourself and the more you develop yourself would also translate to how ready you are to undertake any task as it comes. So as we wait for the best to come, we also want to encourage ourselves to be more prepared for its coming, be more prepared. That job you're looking forward to getting, be prepared. Look at new technologies, new things that are going on there, and also develop yourself, upgrade yourself to those things. I have a few examples to give. And there was a time in Nigeria when coal was a very valuable product in Nigeria. Why was it valuable? Is because at that time we're using locomotive trains, and of course, and people mining coal were feeling like, yeah, they're on top of their games, and they felt like if anybody had told them at the time that coal was going to be as irrelevant as it is today. I mean, what I mean by coal, the coal they used on the locomotive train in the olden days. If anybody had told them that it was going to be irrelevant, almost irrelevant, they wouldn't believe. They were the big guys of the time. They were the richest people at the time. They had all the money, but they forgot that technology was coming, and they were not looking at the technology that was coming in the sector which they were thriving in, so they could actually diversify their knowledge on it. And today we no longer use locomotive trains in Nigeria. We use modern day trains that use diesels. So that has rendered the value for coal to almost useless, because so if you were banking on coal as the means or source of income at the time, it's gone today. Same as NIPOST. There was a time when people working in NIPOST, taking letters from one place to another, were feeling like they were the best set of people, and everybody was looking up to them, and everybody was looking forward to being a staff of NIPOST. But the truth is, what happened over the years? What now happened is there was a shift from doing regular things to now making things technological. Technology came into play, and then the question is, if the workers of NIPOST had upgraded themselves, um, get to a point where they advance their knowledge in technology, a lot of them will still be relevant today. So email came and killed NIPOST, and today NIPOST, I don't even know what they do. Maybe they just help people receive bank dividends and all of those things. But it is not as relevant as it used to be back in the day. The invention of mobile phones killed nine posts. The invention of WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook killed NIPOs because information can now go from one place to another without stress, without having to buy a stamp. So if you are doing business selling stamps, today will you still have any business to do? No. Technology also affected the banking sector and it's coming up slowly. There was a time when you go to the banking hall and everywhere was so full. All the tellers were filled up with staffs and people would come up, bring their bank and checkbooks and they check their books and they know how much they have and all of those things. Now, banking has now been restricted to our phones. We can do banking from anywhere in the world. You can have a bank account in Nigeria and operate it in the US. You can transfer money, you can receive money, you can make payments. So what happened at the early stage of technology coming into banking? There was a lot of retrenchment. A lot of people lost their jobs in banking, so they had to check if you were relevant, and if you're not relevant, then you have to go. But if you find a means to develop yourself in your field, you would still continue to exist. So the big question now is, whatever you're doing now, have you asked yourself, what is the relevance of that thing in the next 10 years? How relevant is this thing I am doing in the next 10, 20 years? That was the question that the locomotive people failed to ask themselves, and they're down now. That's the question that the NIPOS people failed to ask themselves, and they're down today. That's the question some bankers have failed to ask themselves, and they're down today. And now, not just even banking. Today, you have what they call fintechs now coming up. Fintechs, not physical banks, but online banking going on. People can do banking online without having a physical building, which has also reduced the cost of maintenance of a physical building. Banking has now left physical interaction with humans to the online space. So you ask yourself, even as a banker today, what is the relevance of banking? Today, our economy is run largely by crude oil. By crude. We have left agriculture behind and we've faced crude and oil. There was a time in our world we felt like crude was everything. But today the world is fast changing into electric cars, low carbon emission energy. And that revolution that has come to stay. It's not going anywhere. That's the honest truth I need to use. It's not going anywhere. It will continue to expand and expand and expand to a point that crude will fizzle out. Because the world today is concerned with its ozone layer, is concerned with food production. The more we continue to deplete the ozone layer, the more risk we stand on Earth. Where farmers won't be able to produce food because the heat will be too much and it burns the crops. It burns it from germinating. And now the whole world is on the world stage. Climate adaptation to agriculture. Reducing the activities of humans to reduce the carbon emission on the ozone layer so that we can continue to survive on Earth. That's what the world is about. COP26 ended I think last year, and that's what was on the agenda. How do we adapt climate to agriculture? What do we need to reduce so that we can sustain ourselves on Earth? Because you cannot do any agriculture without the sun. And the ozone layer that is keeping the sun at a particular temperature to get to the Earth is being depleted as fast as possible because of human activities. All our activities, burning gas, burning carbon, burning crude, burning petrol, driving cars, and all of that is going to the atmosphere and is also depleting the ozone layer, our own activities, over a long period of time. And now more researches are coming on as to how do we reduce the level of carbon emission in our environment. People are looking for adaptive ways to do things that reduces carbon emission that is causing a depletion in the ozone layer. It's on the world stage today. Projects are being carried out, funding, grants are being given for more research to be done on how we can readjust human life to suit what the world is looking at today. And so, countries are fast changing. Countries are looking for how they can manage waste. Our technological waste, per se, looking for how they can manage it, looking for how they can reduce things, looking for how they can make things more smarter in a more simpler situation, you know? And research is currently going on. But we need to ask ourselves, where do we need to be in 10 years? How relevant is what you're doing in 10 years? Like I'm saying, the Nigeria today is shouting NNPC crude oil, NNPC crude oil, NNPC crude oil. It will come to a time that oil wouldn't be relevant. Why? The world is fast moving into electric cars and low carbon emission supply of energy. The world is fast moving into renewable energy. And we have an energy that cannot be renewed, which is petrol. It burns out, and it's gone. You can't take it back from the atmosphere and renew it. It's not possible. It's gone and it depletes the ozone layer. So the world is fast looking for means to reduce all of those interactions, and it is a challenge. So the question is, NNPC, how long do you have to exist? Now, a timeline has been put to your existence, whether you believe it or not. Nigeria's dependence on crude, how long will it continue to exist? A timeline has been put to our dependence on crude as the highest contributor of GDP of this country. It's just a matter of time. And I hope by the time it happens, this video still exists, so people would remember that, hey, somebody said something like this. We can't continue to over depend on crude. But the main aim of my talk is this. You need to ask yourself this particular question. What is the relevance of your job or whatever you do in the next 10 years, in the next 20 years? What's the relevance? That's a big question for us. What is the relevance? Or if it has a relevance, have you updated yourself on the technological advancement that have come in that field? What new things have you learned? What new things are you creating in that field? So that's a question I need you to ask yourself. Create, learn, focus, upgrade. And so moving forward to the 28 lessons I wish I knew earlier. All right. Okay. So the first one is no one has it all figured out. Okay. So it's true. Nobody has it all figured out. Nobody has everything in place. Nobody just has all the answers. One individual can't have all the answers. So if that encourages us that we should know that we need to work with people. We need to have the right people around us. And to work with the people that share the same positive idea, the people that have the same goal setting, pace setting, success goal idea, and have them around us, and let's all interact with them and see and gain more ideas from them. But the truth is, you as a person doesn't have all the answers to all the questions that you might want to ask. You don't have all the answers to all the business questions. You don't have all the answers to all the life questions that you might want to ask, okay? So you have to also learn from people that have gained more experience than you in whatever you need to do, okay? So another one is being nice is overrated. Be kind, be fair, be understanding, not nice, okay? You don't have to be nice. No, being nice is just too overrated, So what we say is be kind. Just be kind to people. Be kind to people. Being kind is the watchword. Well, being nice means you have to be nice to people that you feel like you have to be nice to. That's what being nice is overrated. So be kind. Be kind to people no matter what, whether you feel comfortable to be able to help them or not. Just be a kind person. You don't need to know the person you want to help. Just be kind to as many people as you can find. That's why I would say be fair, be understanding, understand people, be fair, be a fair, very fair person, understand people and what they go through. To love is to be vulnerable. Let your guard down, okay? Don't let your guard down. Love people, like them, be good to them, and but no, don't be vulnerable. Also, always make sure that your brains are also working alongside as your heart is loving people. Some people are just outrageously bad. You ask yourself, I try to give you love and you give me bad in return. Expect that from a lot of people, but that's why we say don't ever let your guard down. It's very important for your growth and for yourself. You understand? So um, good or bad, you can learn from everybody. Okay, you can learn. Don't just toss people around, whether they are good or they are bad. And there's something you can learn from each and every one of them. There's something to learn from everybody, no matter how bad, no matter how good. There must be something you will learn from them. You say embrace all your emotions. Don't ignore them. Don't max them. Embrace them. Okay, embrace all your emotions. Don't max them. Don't ignore them. Just embrace them. Welcome them. However they come, welcome it. My vice chancellor when I was in school back in the day would always say this: if something is wrong with you, can you do something about it? Yes. Fine. Then you're fine if you can do something about it. They say if something is wrong with you, can you do something about it? No. Then fine. The thing is you can't actually do anything about it. So just embrace it. Okay, so you don't need to worry about anything. You handle what you can handle, embrace what you can embrace, and move on with your life. Don't get stagnant, really. You don't need to be stagnant for any reason, okay? Then the next thing you need to do to know is traveling alone is better than with bad company. Of course, you know that one now. Traveling alone is better than with bad company. So it's better you travel and have your serenity and have your sanity than traveling with bad people. You wouldn't enjoy yourself. You just be wondering, why am I traveling? But you're traveling with the best people, you're going to have a great time. So just travel alone if you feel like you're going to have to travel with some people that are bad and you don't like their energy. Okay. All right. On learning is just as important as learning. So, like we would always say, you hear in religious places that people will say, please, I would like you to unlearn what you already know so you can learn new stuff. Okay. So, it's unlearning things is as good as learning. Okay. So, sometimes you need to unlearn what you already know to learn a better thing. And then sometimes you need to learn new things. So it's vice versa. Like Miles Monroe would always say, the big idea. So you need a big idea to change somebody that that's already holding on to a particular kind of idea. So big ideas would always come up, and then you can always work with stuff like that. So the next one is this: no one prepares to watch your parents grow old. Okay, no one prepares to watch their parents grow old. You're never prepared for that stuff. You're never prepared for that stuff. You want your parents, you feel like everybody's young forever. Even as a person myself, I don't feel like I'm old. I still feel as young as I used to be back in the day. I think I look young, right? It's good. That's how I feel. I still feel as young as I used to be. So I expect that feeling to also see that in the face of my parents. But the truth is, they're growing old, but you're never prepared for it. Never prepared for it. You just wake up one day and your dad is old. Come on, like your dad that you would always see that was young, that could always do a lot of stuff, to go have his bath, fetch water, and do work. At a point in time, one day you just wake up and he can't do it again. You see, it's surprising. Nobody really prepares for it. So that's one of the life hacks you need to learn. And so you're never really prepared for your parents to go old. That's quite nice. So number 9, owning up to your mistake. Do what you say you would do. Honestly, honestly, honestly. Okay, honestly, that's a very huge one. Just own up to your mistakes in life. Own up to it, take responsibility for it, own up to it, be responsible, prepare for the consequences. All right, always be ready to face whatever consequences that come up for your mistakes. Own them, they're yours, and nobody else's mistakes. You made them, you need to own up to them. Okay, so do what you say you want to do. That's just a simple thing. Whatever you say you want to do, actually do it. Be confident to do it. Do whatever you say you want to do, and expect the best result that you would want to expect from it. Okay, it's very good. Moving on to number 9 is this: maturity is accepting you won't get answers to the things that hurt you the most. Heal anyways. Okay, I repeat that: maturity is accepting you won't get answers to the things that hurt you the most. Heal anyways. Okay, always heal you. You won't always get answers for all those things that hurt you. You won't always get answers for all the things that you wish you could get answers for. But the good thing is just find a way to heal. Let it out and forget about it. Just heal from it. Okay, it's very important that you find a way to heal from all of those things. All right. So Number 11 is this: one of the most important decisions you ever make in life is who you have children with. This topic is really, really, really critical. Okay, and so the topic again is 28 lessons I wish I knew earlier. 28 lessons you wish you knew earlier. So now we're at number 11, and it says one of the most important decisions you ever make in life is who you have children with. Okay, well, back to base. It says one of the most important decisions you make in your life is who you have children with. Choose wisely. Always choose wisely. It's crazy. And so you know that you want to be, whoever you marry, it means you've married who would translate her character to the kids, because they will mostly be with the kids at all times. So it's a translation of the character of your wife that might be embedded in your kids, and that's one. And then for yourself as a person, okay, you need to always also it translates also to the lady. Okay, so you want to marry a man that his character will be appealing to the kids, that his character you want to be transferred to the kids. So it's both ways. It's not just a man to woman thing, it's also a woman to a man's thing. You marry right, always check the behavior, the character of the person you want to marry. Make sure is the character that you want to see in your kids that you get married to, and also for yourself, make sure the character that you'll be comfortable with, you'll be able to live with, you'll be able to spend the rest of your life with. So that's a very important life hack you need to know now, not later. Okay, choose wisely who you want to be married to. Okay, who you want to have your children with, whether male or female, both ways. Choose wisely. There's so much talk on marriage everywhere today, on the principles of marriage and everything that are going everywhere. You hear people saying different things, but for me, as a personally, I just feel like just use the God triangle. The God triangle. All right. So this is God on top. This is me. This is my spouse. So the closer we are to each other, the closer we are to God. Okay. No, sorry. The closer we are to God, okay, so this us, the closer we are to God, the closer we are to each other. So the farther we are to God, the farther we are from each other. That's the God that's the only principle about relationship. The Bible has a manuscript. The Bible created it in the first place and has a manuscript for it. And so damn every other plenty talks that you find everywhere. Just follow that principle and you'll be fine at the end of the day. Okay, so moving forward from that, you can always go get all your knowledge for choosing wisely. No problem. So moving forward, number 12, 12 lessons you need to learn earlier in life is when playing games with children, let them win. Really, come on now. Those of you old men that would always want to beat the kids, come on, it affects them psychologically. Sometimes you want to motivate them to be able to do better, but just let them win sometimes. Don't always beat them all the time, okay? It's nice, okay? That's one. Moving forward, number 13, you don't have to learn everything the hard way. Why? Why choose to learn the hard way? Come on, you don't like easy things. Don't you like easy things? You should love easy stuff. Don't always choose to want to do everything the hard way. Learn some easy things. Do some easy things. Okay? Love what you're doing. Okay, so why would you always want to do things the hard way? Come on now. The easy way is also nice. Don't always want to learn things the hard way. Try learn from people when they speak to you. Listen to them because they have experienced everything that they're doing. So they want you to learn it the easy way also. So not everything has to be learned the hard way. Okay, number 14. One day you will need to be forgiven, so learn to forgive others. It's simple. One day you will need somebody to forgive you. No matter how good you think you are, no matter how much you think you will make mistakes, one day you will need people to forgive you. So always try to learn to forgive other people. It's very important. So moving on, number 15. Instead of buying your children what you didn't have, teach them what you didn't know. Okay, instead of just buying gifts for your children like what they didn't have, what you didn't have, come on, teach them what you didn't know or what you learned later in life that you wish you would have learned earlier. So teach them that it's easy for them. They will be able to buy themselves whatever they need to buy. So just always teach them the business that you wish you had learned when you were younger that you couldn't learn at your old age. So teach them a lot of stuff that you knew later in life that you hope that you knew earlier. It's going to give them more value in life as they move forward. So number 16 is this: never let your inner child I die. Okay, everybody is a child no matter what. We still have that childish nature in us. Don't kill it. Keep it. Enjoy it. Sometimes bring it out to play and play like the child that you were and you have always been and you still are. Don't just kill it. Don't be too mature. That's what we're trying to say. Maturity is for the just leave maturity for too many for people that want to be too mature. You know. And so we're moving on. And number 17, if you care too much about what other people think, if you're effectively their slave. Why care about what too many people say all the time? You want to be a slave? No. It's simple. I don't want to say too much on that. You don't have to be a slave. Don't care about too much about what people say because you don't want to be a slave of them. Okay? Do your thing. Make it relevant for yourself. Be ready to face whatever consequences can come out of it. Be confident about it and keep moving on. Okay? So moving on to number 18. Be so busy improving your life that you don't have time to criticize others. That's why I say the empty drums make the loudest noise, you know. So if you don't have time trying to improve yourself, trying to develop yourself, you'll just be wasting your time talking about other people, and those things don't matter to you in any way. They don't bring any form of development to you. They don't bring any form of change to what you want to do. So don't waste your time criticizing others. Just be busy improving your life. Try to be busy improving your own life. Okay, like Bishop Oyedepo would always say, newsmakers don't watch news. They don't have time to watch the news. They're busy making news, you know. So be a newsmaker. Keep making news. You don't have time to watch news. You don't have time to deliberate on news. You're a newsmaker, okay? Make news. Improve yourself. Make a name for yourself. Go global, okay? So moving on to number 19. Everybody you love will eventually die. Spend your time with loved ones. Keep them close. It's the honest truth that we actually fail to tell ourselves. Everybody we love will actually die. You know, everybody we love, we actually die. So create time for your loved ones. Spend time with your loved ones. Keep up with them. Reach out to them. Call them. Talk to them. Tell them you love them all the time. Okay? So it's beautiful because one day you might just receive a call that they're no more there and you will wish that you had spent more time with them and more love was shared between you guys. So keep up with that. Moving on, no one is a mind reader. Voice how you feel. Okay, so a lot of people. I met some guys back in the day that would always expect you to know what they feel. You know, to be able to know how they feel and to express yourself from their minds, and they don't speak. So I'm a huge advocate for communicating. Communicate what you feel. Don't expect that people will be able to read your mind already, or expect to know what you're feeling, or expect to know what you want them to do. No, but we never know. We're not sorcerers. We're not magicians. We don't read minds. Okay, always express yourself to people, and when you feel a certain kind of way about an information, always express how you feel so people understand you and able to deal with you much better and communicate easier. So it's always better. The good one is never the next one is never feel bad about promoting yourself. Okay, never feel bad about doing that. You need to promote yourself. It's you're enjoying yourself. Never feel bad about promoting yourself, engaging with yourself, putting yourself on a better light, putting yourself on a very interesting note. It's good to promote yourself. Okay, there's no better promotion you need but than you promoting yourself. All right, so the next one is hang out with people from different races, ethnicities, social and economic classes. Okay, have friends across the board. Have friends that are wealthy. Have friends that are average. Have friends that are poor. Have friends that are trying to live the best life. You will learn something from each and every class. All of this class of people have friends from different races. You will learn something about their culture. You learn something new about life, about how they see life and how they value what they do. Okay, so there's something to learn from every class of person that you meet across your existence. Okay, the 23rd one is this: listen to understand, not to respond. Okay, most of the time you need to listen to understand what people are saying, not just for to give back a quick response. You know, you don't have to hit them back. Some people are just there that, and this person said, I just want to hit her back. I just want to. But really, you need to be able to understand the information, process the information, and also digest it to give a response to what you've heard. So always try to listen to understand and not just to give a response. So yeah, moving forward, the 24th one, you can pour from an empty cup. Take care of yourself first. It says you can't pour from an empty cup. So those of you that like to give, you can't give all of yourself out because by the time you empty yourself, you can't actually give anymore. And besides, you won't be able to take care of yourself. So take care of yourself. Make sure you're doing great, and also extend a reaching hand out to people. So it says you can't pour from an empty cup. Take care of yourself also. Okay, take care of yourself first. Make sure you're doing well, so before you can now begin to reach out to as many people as possible. Okay. The 25th one is spend time alone. Spending time alone is one of the best things you can do. Okay, meditation time, time that you spend with yourself to reminisce on your life, what you've been able to achieve, what goals you've set, if you've been able to meet up your goals, where you're going to from that point on, where you need to be, where you're looking at yourself in the next 5 years. So some time alone is actually beautiful. It helps you to reminisce and also ask yourself some certain questions and also value yourself, your progress levels, you're making progress or you're stagnant and all of those things. So spend more time with yourself, see that you grow, check yourself that you're doing well, check your health, check your mind, your mental state and everything. So that time is the time for yourself. You just spend time reminiscing about yourself. It's good for you. So the moving on, the next one is remember that 80% of the success in any job is based on your ability to deal with people. Really, you need to be able to deal with people in this world. You have different kind of people, the crazy, the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's just a description of people. There is the good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay, so it never gets better, it never gets worse. Okay, so just expect anything from people. So it says remember that 80% of the success in any job is based on your ability to deal with people. So learn to deal with people, learn to tolerate their excesses, learn to accept the best part of them and also accept the bad part of them. Is just how life is generally, and you would live well. Okay, so moving on to the next one, compliment the meal when you're a guest in someone's house. It's really nice. So when you go visit your friends or your family or anybody, you get invited for a dinner. Just always try to compliment the meal. Just tell somebody, hey, you did well with what you're doing with your cooking. It's nice. Just compliment them. Say thank you to them. Tell them you enjoyed the meal. They did great, and all of those things. So it's a beautiful stuff. So that's the idea. So and the final one, which is also beautiful. Okay, it says show respect for everyone who works for a living, regardless of how trivial their jobs is. Okay, show respect. Show respect. Respect is important. Is reciprocal. Is beautiful. It's the best thing you can give to anybody. Just show respect to everyone who works for a living. Just show respect to them. Give them some. It's not easy, especially for somebody in Nigeria. It's not easy. Just give them some respect. Cut some slack for them. Give them some respect and let them know that it's going to get better. Everything is going to be fine. They're going to survive. They're going to exist. They won't die. They won't go poor. They won't suffer too long. Just show them respect, congratulate them, encourage them. Okay, just give them some level of comfort and promotion and all of that. A lot of that is actually a good thing to do. So these are the 28 things that you would wish you knew earlier. And if you hadn't known earlier, you would know now. You already know now. And also, if you're just finding out, you will actually adjust your life to suit all of these things and ensure that you live a life that is comfortable. So I hope that this is able to help us and we benefit from the ideas and the content that's been given out to us, and I hope that a few persons will get the best out of it. So, moving forward, we'll be right back from a break, and then I would have to tell you about the Travel Club, which is also under the Ikeja Chamber of Commerce, Industry and Agriculture. They have a travel club, which I'll tell you about now, and you can also benefit from. So, see you after the short break. Okay, you're welcome back from the short break. I'm just going to take you through the Travel Club and what it's about. Okay, so the Travel Club is a club under the Ikeja Chamber of Commerce where that encourages you to travel more and experience more in your life. You cannot just be in Nigeria all your life and not have traveled. The best gift you can give to yourself in this life is to have gone to different places, experienced different cultures, not just in your continent. You've gone to other continents and you've experienced different cultures, different lifestyles, different foods, different engagement, how people relate with each other, and all of those. So that's the reason. And also, you do that making money. That was the major reason why we do that. Some people travel to spend money. Some other people travel to make money. So the Travel Club is encouraging you to travel to make money. Okay, that's the idea. So in everything you do, even while you're having your fun and you're excited, you should do that, making some form of money, from it. So yeah, the Travel Club Following gradual relaxation of travel restrictions across the world, the Ikeja Chamber of Commerce and Industry and Agriculture and the Poverty Fighters Squad has now presented its travel club and travel business portal. Okay, it's also known as Travel and Get Paid. Okay, so what the offers that comes from here is citizenship by investment programs, business immigration visas, visit visas, study visas, trade missions, travel sponsorships. Okay, all of these things are what the travel club stands to offer you. Like I said, citizenship by investment programs, business immigration visas, visit visas, students visas, study visas, trade missions, and travel sponsorships. Okay, so during the club, it handles all your travel needs. All your travel needs. You have a consultant that is ready to work with you at any point in time. Once you want to travel as a member of the travel club, when you need documentation, the club can also help you provide all of those things with regards to bank statements, sponsorship, and recommendation letters. You get all of those benefits from the club. Okay, so joining the club, you can begin to earn a living by helping people travel. You can also, through the club, you help other people travel, while you also enjoy the luxury of traveling all over the world for free. You understand? So that has terms and conditions that are attached to it. The club runs a membership system where to be a member of the club, you just need to pay 60,000 naira to the Ikeja Chamber of Commerce account, and then you make available your evidence of payment, and then you're registered as a member of the travel club, and then you begin to enjoy all the benefits that come as a member of the club. The club also gives you a chance to make money from inviting other people to join the club. So when you go to the website www.ikejachamber.com, you also see a link that leads you to the travel and get paid platform, where you can read up a few things about how you can make money by inviting other people. It is a 5-stage system that you invite people, about six persons per stage, and those persons is like a chain system that gives you money back in referrals and residual income as you bring more people to the club, even as you're also engaging with the club. The club that system can generate over 180 million for you in returns if you also participate with referring other people to be members of the club. Okay, so that's the Travel and Get Paid Club. Go to the www.ikejachamber.com, and where you can also view more details about the Travel and Get Paid and how you can engage with it. So that's it about it for this episode of the show. I would like to say thank you for being part of the show with me and spending time to listen to what I have to say to you. We will continue to roll out more content, more business ideas where people can also develop themselves and make money in the Nigeria of today. So I'd like to say thank you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next episode of our show. So just sit, relax, and have a good time. God bless you, and be safe. Peace out.